The ULTAMATUM, the stars above Earth, changed without warning. What humans first thought was a strange shadow soon became a wall of metal and light. A massive alien fleet appeared in orbit, covering the planet like a dark storm. Satellites failed, signals broke, and the sky turned silent. Across the world, people stopped and looked up. Cities froze, highways emptied, and even the oceans felt still. No alarms screamed at first, because no one understood what they were seeing. Then every screen on Earth turned black at the same time. A single symbol appeared, sharp and cold. After that, a voice spoke. It did not shout, and it did not rush. The voice was calm, deep, and empty of emotion. This planet is now under our control. You are surrounded. You are outmatched. World leaders tried to respond, but the systems would not answer. Military bases prepared weapons that everyone knew would not work. Scientists watched data streams that made no sense. The alien ships were too large, too advanced, and too many. The voice returned, slower this time. You will surrender. You have 20 seconds. A countdown appeared on every screen. 20, 9. Panic spread like fire. Some people prayed, some screamed, and some stood in complete silence in command rooms. Generals looked at each other with empty eyes. They all knew the truth. There was no weapon on Earth that could stop what waited above them. 18. Human history passed through many minds in those seconds. Wars, mistakes, victories, and dreams. All of it seemed small now. All of it seemed finished. 1615. In a forgotten orbit far from the main defenses, an old human warship drifted quietly. Its hull was scarred, its paint faded, and its engines weak. This ship was not part of any plan. It had been retired, ignored, and nearly forgotten. Inside the ship, a small crew watched the same countdown. They felt fear, but they also felt something else. A heavy silence filled the room as the numbers dropped. 1, 4, 13. The captain stood still, eyes locked on the screen. He did not ask Earth for orders. He did not ask for permission. He already knew there would be no reply. 12, 11. The alien fleet did not notice the old ship move. To them, it was nothing. Too small, too weak, and not worth tracking. Their focus was on Earth, waiting for surrender. 10, 9. The human warship slowly changed direction. Engines powered up, louder than they had been in years. Warning lights flashed, but no one stopped them. 8, 7. On Earth, the countdown reached the final seconds. Some leaders closed their eyes. Some refused to watch. The alien voice waited, confident and patient. 6, 5. The old warship increased speed, pushing beyond safe limits. The crew held on as the ship shook. No one spoke, because words were no longer needed. 4, 3. The alien fleet finally detected movement, a single signal, small and strange. Confusion spread among their command ships. 2. The human warship locked its course, straight toward the heart of the alien fleet. 1. Humanity did not answer with words. They answered with action. The forgotten WIA Pitha alien fleet reacted slowly, not with fear but with confusion. Their sensors focused on planets and fleets, not on one small ship moving alone. To them, the human warship was a mistake, a weak signal in a sea of power. The ship was called Defiance. It was built many years ago, before humanity dreamed of facing the stars. Its armor was thin, its weapons outdated, and its engines pushed far past their prime. Newer ships had replaced it. Stronger ships, faster ships, smarter ships. Defiance had been left behind. Inside the ship, the lights flickered as power surged through old systems. Metal walls vibrated, and warning signs flashed red across the control panels. The crew knew the ship was not made for this. They also knew there would be no second chance. The captain stood at the center of the bridge, calm but serious. He was not a hero from stories. He was tired, experienced, and fully aware of what was coming. He had served Earth his whole life. Now Earth had no orders left to give. Around him, the crew stayed at their stations. No one asked questions. No one tried to leave. Each person had already made the same choice in silence. The navigator adjusted the course with steady hands. The engineer pushed power into engines. That should have failed long ago. The weapons officer watched useless targeting systems. Knowing they would never fire, the ship groaned as speed increased. Every shake felt like the ship was warning them to stop. But no one listened. Far above Earth, alien commanders watched the countdown reach zero. They expected surrender, silence, or submission. Instead, they received nothing. No message, no signal, no plea. Then an alert appeared, a single human ship, moving fast, moving directly toward them. The alien commanders studied it with interest, not concern. One ship meant nothing to them. They labeled it insignificant. They assumed it was a mistake, a desperate act from a dying species. They chose not to destroy it yet. They wanted Earth to watch its last hope fail. On Defiance, the crew felt the weight of that decision. They knew. The aliens saw them. They knew they were being judged as weak. That thought did not bring fear. It brought resolve. The captain finally spoke, his voice steady and clear. This ship will not turn back. Anyone who wishes to leave may do so now. No one moved. No alarms sounded. The silence was answer enough. Memory screens lit up across the bridge. Images of Earth, blue oceans, Greenland, city lights at night, families, friends, and simple lives flashed briefly. The crew did not cry. They smiled softly. The ship crossed a point of no return. Power levels reached dangerous limits. Structural warnings screamed. The engineer shut the alarms off. Alien ships began to shift positions, not in fear, but in curiosity. They wanted to see what humans would do. The captain watched the massive alien flagship ahead. It filled the view, like a moving mountain, cold, perfect, and unstoppable. He placed his hand on the console, not to fire weapons, not to send messages, but to lock the final course. Defiance surged forward, engines burning bright, a small human ship racing toward. Impossible odds, ignored by enemies, abandoned by strategy, but guided by something the aliens could not measure: human will. Humans make their CHOICI. The distance between Defiance and the alien fleet closed fast. Space around the ship glowed as engines burned harder than ever before. Every second pushed the vessel closer to destruction, and everyone on board knew it. The captain looked at his crew one last time, not as soldiers, but as people. He knew their names, their stories, and their fears. He also knew they deserved a choice. "This is your final moment," he said quietly. "No orders, no duty, no shame. If anyone wishes to leave, speak now." The words hung in the air, heavy and real. Escape pods were ready. The ship still had time to turn away. No one moved. The navigator kept the course steady, eyes forward. The engineer adjusted power flow. Ignoring shaking hands, the weapons, officer watched the alien flagship grow larger on the screen. Still no one spoke. One by one, the crew activated personal recorders. Short messages were saved, not sent. Words meant for families who might never hear them. Promises, apologies, and quiet love. The captain nodded slowly. That was answer enough. On the alien flagship, commanders observed the human ship more closely. They expected fear, hesitation, or a last message of surrender. Instead, the human vessel continued forward in silence. Alien analysts studied human history in seconds. They saw wars, failures, and internal conflict. They concluded humans were divided and weak. They did not understand unity born from desperation. Defiance pushed past safe speed limits. The hull screamed under pressure. Heat spread through all metal plates. Fire suppression systems prepared for failure. The engineer reported damage calmly. Engine strain, critical. Structural integrity, falling. The captain acknowledged without concern. Earth watched in disbelief. Screens across the planet showed a single ship racing forward. People realized what the crew had chosen, and for the first time since the invasion began, fear was replaced by something else. Hope. Children pointed at the sky. Adults stood in silence. Even those who believed humanity was finished felt their hearts change. The alien fleet began to react, not with weapons, but with warnings. Energy pulses flashed across space. Signals ordered the human ship to stop. Defiance ignored them all. The alien commanders grew irritated. They did not fear the ship, but they disliked being challenged. They prepared defensive systems, still confident, on the bridge. The captain placed both hands on the console. His voice remained steady. "We will not be remembered for surrender," he said. "We will be remembered for standing." The crew acknowledged quietly. No cheers, no speeches, only focus. The alien flagship filled the entire forward view. Layers of armor, glowing shields, impossible size. a symbol of absolute power. The navigator counted distance aloud. The engineer braced for failure. The weapons officer powered down useless systems. There would be no battle, no exchange of fire, only a decision already made as defiance closed in. The alien fleet finally understood one thing. Humans did not always fight to win. Sometimes they fought to prove they would never kneel. The CIO Laercio and Defiance entered the final approach. There was no turning back now. The engines burned white hot, tearing past every limit the ship had ever known. Metal screamed as the hull shook violently. On the bridge, the crew braced themselves. Hands gripped rails and consoles. Faces were calm, not because they lacked fear, but because fear no longer mattered. The alien flagship loomed ahead, a colossal structure of perfect design and cold logic. Its shields shimmered like a solid wall of light. To the aliens, it was untouchable. Alien commanders watched the human ship rush forward. They still believed the shields would stop it. They calculated energy, mass, and speed, and dismissed the threat. Defiance crossed the shield boundary. Alarms screamed across alien systems. Energy fields bent in ways they were never meant to bend. The human ship did not slow. Inside Defiance, gravity failed. Crew members were thrown against restraints. The lights went dark, then returned. The ship held together by will more than structure. The captain gave the final order. Lock course. The navigator's hands moved without hesitation. The course was fixed. Forever. The alien flagship attempted evasive action. Too late. Its massive size worked against it. Momentum betrayed perfection. Defiance struck the flagship's outer armor, not like a weapon, but like a declaration. The impact tore through alien shields. Energy exploded outward in a blinding flash. Space itself seemed to ripple. Fragments of metal and light scattered in every direction. Inside the alien flagship, systems failed at once. Command decks lost gravity. Power conduits shattered. Control was replaced by chaos. Defiance did not survive. The collision. The ship broke apart in a storm of fire and debris, but its mission was complete. The alien flagship reeled. Its forward sections collapsed inward. Critical systems went dark. The heart of the fleet was wounded. Across the alien armada, silence followed. Sensors struggled to understand what had happened. Calculations failed to explain it. They had faced weapons before. They had faced fleets before. They had never faced sacrifice from Earth. People watched the explosion bloom across the stars, a single flash of light where a small ship had been. Tears filled eyes across the planet. The aliens finally understood the message. Humans would use their own bodies as weapons if needed. They would break themselves to break tyranny. In that moment, the balance of power shifted, not because humanity was stronger, but because humanity was willing to pay a price no empire expected. The collision echoed through space and through the minds of every alien who witnessed it. Aliens learned fear for the first time in their long history. The alien fleet hesitated. What should have been impossible had happened before their eyes. A single human ship had crippled their greatest war vessel. Damage reports flooded alien command. Networks, systems were offline, shields unstable, and power failing. The flagship, symbol of their dominance, drifted wounded and burning. Alien commanders argued in sharp, rapid signals. Their logic struggled to explain the human action. The numbers did not make sense. No species chose destruction when surrender was available. They replayed the moment again and again. The human ship did not fire weapons. It did not send threats. It did not beg. It simply charged forward. Alien analysts reached a dangerous conclusion. Humans were not irrational. They were resolved. They valued defiance over survival. Across the fleet, formations broke. Ships pulled back to protect the damaged flagship. Weapon systems powered up, not to attack, but to defend. This reaction surprised even the alien commanders. Fear had entered. Their calculations, small but undeniable, on Earth. Emergency broadcasts shifted in tone. The same screens that showed surrender now showed resistance. People whispered the name of the lost ship. Defiance. Human defense networks activated dormant systems. Old ships powered up. Prototyped weapons came online. Not because they expected victory, but because hope had returned. The alien fleet detected these movements. Their sensors showed rising human activity across the planet. Instead of fear, humanity was mobilizing. This confused the invaders. The destruction of one ship should have ended resistance. Instead, it inspired it. Alien commanders began to study humanity more carefully. They searched for patterns, weaknesses, predictable behavior. What they found disturbed them. Humans fought hardest when cornered. They became most dangerous when they believed they had nothing left to lose. The memory of the collision spread through the fleet. Every alien crew understood what had happened and what it meant. If humans were willing to sacrifice everything, how many more ships would they throw forward? How many lives would they burn just to wound an enemy? The cost of conquest suddenly grew too high. Alien fleets had conquered many worlds, but those worlds had surrendered to survive. Humanity had chosen the opposite. In that choice, the aliens found something they could not dominate, a species that could be defeated, but never truly controlled. And for the first time, the alien fleet prepared not for victory, but for retreat. Legacy of defiance. The alien fleet did not attack again. Instead, their ships slowly pulled back from Earth's orbit. Formations broke apart, and the shadow over the planet began to fade. Sensors across Earth confirmed what people could hardly believe. The invaders were leaving, not defeated by force, but driven away by resolve. On Earth, silence followed. Then celebration, mixed with tears. Humanity had survived its darkest hour, at a cost that would never be forgotten. The wreckage of defiance drifted through space. Scattered fragments of metal and memory. Rescue teams searched, but found only debris and echoes. The crew was gone, but their choice remained. World leaders addressed the planet together, no longer divided by borders or power. They spoke of unity, sacrifice, and responsibility. A global memorial was built, not for victory, but for courage. Children learned the story in simple words, of a small ship, an impossible enemy, and a decision made without hesitation among the stars. The alien empire changed its records. Earth was no longer listed as a weak world. It was marked with a warning: do not threaten humans with surrender. Alien scholars debated the encounter for years. They studied human psychology. They tried to understand why a species would choose loss over obedience. The answer was never simple. Humans valued freedom more than survival, and meaning more than safety. Defiance became more than a ship. It became a symbol, a reminder that strength is not measured only in weapons. Humanity rebuilt its fleets, not with arrogance, but with awareness. They knew the universe was dangerous, and that peace would never be guaranteed. But they also knew something else. No matter how powerful the enemy, there would always be a line humans would not cross. Far beyond Earth, alien commanders remembered the collision. They remembered the moment logic failed, and courage rewrote the rules. And so, whenever humanity was mentioned among the stars, there was caution, there was respect, and there was fear.